When I saw a TRD off-road version of a Rav4, I was like, I wonder if that thing's any good.
Hi, people of the interwebs. It's your favorite Abandoned Warehouse Sarah here with another car review. And today I have a 2020 Toyota Rav4 TRD Off-Road Edition. I'm so excited that they made a TRD Off-Road Edition of a Rav4. It's weird when they do special editions of vehicles that are normally just appliances. So I can't wait to take this thing off-road. I was happy when the Rav4 finally got its redesign. It kind of follows suit with the look of the Tacoma and the 4Runner. It's a lot more aggressive and has like these alien eye looking headlights. I don't really know how that looks like an alien. Speaking of aliens, the name of this color is called Lunar Rock, and I think this is my new favorite color that Toyota has put on a vehicle. This does have the optional two-tone package, and the roof is done in what's called Ice Edge. It looks white-ish on camera, but it's not. And this Lunar Rock color, I am absolutely obsessed with. It is so pretty. The off-road package gives you these 18-inch matte black flow-form TRD wheels wrapped in 225 60/18 Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires. These tires look super aggressive, so I can't wait to put them to the test off-road. Suspension-wise, you do get a few minor tweaks in this area. The springs are powder-coated red, which is a nice aesthetic touch. And I was kind of hoping to see at least a set of Bilsteins in here, maybe. Sadly, it doesn't have a TRD catback exhaust system. I was hoping to get some extra sound with this model, but nope. Every once in a while I get a comment from somebody wanting to know the storage capacity and volume of a vehicle. So here is the storage capacity of the rear of this 2020 TRD Off-Road Rav4. You're welcome. You do get a 100-watt AC power inverter in the back of the Rav4, along with a old school 12-volt cigarette lighter style plug. And over here, you get a little JBL thumpy boy. Why, hello. If you notice, this is equipped with a roof rack and a sunroof. These bars are adjustable, just FYI. Anyway, come inside. Let's review the inside. You guys know I do my car reviews by now. I'm not gonna sit here and regurgitate off a brochure to you about what's in the inside of this 2020 Rav4 TRD Off-Road. What I am going to do though is give you my observations of what it feels like to actually sit inside this thing, starting with the seats. I'm not doing a bolstering test, it's a Rav4. However, they are heated and ventilated seats. In a Rav4, it's got heated and cooled seats. That's just crazy. And it has a heated steering wheel. That's a nice rear floor mat back here. It has TRD Off-Road in red font. Ooh, and there's 2 USB charge ports back here. Even more USBs. I love that there is a ton of attention to detail to every aspect of this interior. The door panels, the top of the door panels are soft synthetic leather with red stitching that coincide with the seats that have red TRD logos embroidered into them. Ooh, do the rear seats recline? Do they? Yeah, the rear seats recline back here too. That's comfy. The best part of all the knobs throughout the vehicle have fake little rubber tire treads wrapped around them. So for your stereo controls, your tune and volume have it, and then your HVAC controls, and then down here in the center for the off-road modes. It's cute, I like that. And the wireless charge pad in the center here, as well as the cup holders, have that same faux tire tread. I think a bird just flew into that beam over there. Definitely do not get a cheap vibe from the interior of this thing. The passenger seat back pouch is lined with like, what it feels like fur. I swear these things are Joey pouches. The 11-speaker JBL sound system in here sounds decent, and the infotainment system, of course, has Fruit and Robot compatibility for your smartphones, as well as Alexa compatibility. In case you want to order some socks off of Amazon while you're driving in your RAV4. I've clearly never used Alexa before, so I don't really know what it does. Is this how it happens? Is this the stage you go through in life where your jokes just start to really suck, and then you wonder why your grandparents have terrible jokes?
It does come standard with Toyota's Safety Sense 2.0 package, which is chock full of a buttload of safety acronyms to keep you safe on the road. Bounces off a rev limiter. It's an aggressive sounding little 4-cylinder. As far as drive modes, there's quite a bit in this RAV4. So you do have eco mode, which changes your gauges green, and then you have normal, and you also have sport, which changes the gauges red. You also have the terrain select knob in the center because this is a TRD off-road model. You can turn it to the left and it puts it into mud and sand mode, which changes the gauges like a baby poop brown color. And then you can also turn the knob to the right, which puts it in rock and dirt mode. It does have the hill descent control and also a snow feature, which puts snowflakes on the gauges. And then you push it in the center for normal. Yay! I don't think there's ever been a vehicle I've been more excited about trying off-road than this thing. When I saw a TRD off-road version of a RAV4, I was like, I wonder if that thing's any good. I wish this thing was faster because the engine sounds pretty mean. You know what though, on dirt, it's got plenty of power on dirt. I gotta keep in mind that this is still a RAV4. This isn't a 4Runner or a Land Cruiser. Not bad. I already feel like I wish this had a little bit more ground clearance. I wonder if anyone makes a lift for these. I mean, it's climbing this no problem, not even hesitating. Honestly, driving this off-road, it feels more like a rally car than it does an off-road truck. Let it rip. Go. So far it's doing not bad. I'll have to say the Achilles heel of this entire setup is the suspension. I wish I would have seen some kind of upgrades in that area. Just an upgraded strut or something. It's a little bit more off-road capable. Okay, here goes. Let's see what this thing can do up this hill. It's still in the rock and dirt mode and traction control is turned on. I'm just gonna see what it'll do. I think it's got this. It's got really good tires, so giving it a slow start would make it even more challenging. Come on, you can do it. Ooh, it was getting a little grumpy, but it did it. I had traction control on, it was blinking the light. I think that made it harder. Back down the hill I go, and because this has hill descent control, let's use it. Why not? Woohoo! There we go. Robotic whales. That's what robotic whales would sound like. It's doing it fine. I did this in the last off-road review. Let's see what it'll do. We're gonna try it in reverse. This is a real challenge. I don't think it'll do it. I really don't. I turned traction control off to see if it'll help it a little bit. I don't think it's gonna help though. I don't think it'll do it. It's doing it so far. Doing it. Okay. Damn. It actually did a better job in reverse, I think, than it did going up it and forwards. Hot. Hot. There's a ton of room. You could stuff a V8 under this thing. There's a ton of room under here. Toyota, why don't you have a V8 in the RAV4?
Hello, and welcome to Garage Science with Sarah. Powering this 5th generation RAV4 is Toyota's Alpha 25 Alpha-Foxtrot Kilo Sierra. It is an all-aluminum 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that produces 203 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 184 pound-feet of torque at
5,000 RPM. While this 203 horsepower might not win any races, it does have some great induction sounds. I was kind of disappointed it doesn't carry the TRD treatment over into the exhaust system, and I also feel like Toyota missed an awesome opportunity by taking the power plant from their hybrid model and stuffing it in the TRD version, because this would have been a prime candidate for that 302 horsepower. My jokes are still fire. In the name of science, I'm going to try to extract the bean from this thing. I'm going to leave it in automatic mode. I don't think slapping it over into manual is going to help. I'm going to defeat traction control, and I'm going to put it into sport mode to try to give this thing all the assistance it can get. Ready? Little Rav4? Go. Come on, go, go, go. It sounds pissed. Go. Come on, you can do it. It's not quick. It tried its best. Hi, I'm back. The drivetrain found in this 3,655-pound Rav4 is an Iacin Alpha Whiskey Foxtrot 8 Foxtrot 35 8-speed automatic transmission that is paired to an all-wheel drive system that utilizes torque vectoring capabilities to make sure it sends power where it is needed when it is needed. That was a lot. Time for the braking test. Anyone behind me? That was weird. That was a weird braking test. I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience. This was supposed to be an off-road review. I wasn't planning on filming this, but kind of odd. I feel like this TRD off-road package has suspension better suited for tarmac. Yeah, what the hell? This is so strange. This thing's not terrible on a back road for a crossover. You know, I gotta say, over the past week of driving this thing just normal on the roads, using it as a daily driver, running errands, the Rav4 does a great job at that. It's super comfortable, and there's tons of features in this one for sure. It gets great fuel economy. I was averaging over 30 miles per gallon with this thing, which impressed the hell out of me, considering it's all-wheel drive. Now, it is running in primarily front-wheel drive mode 90% of the time until you start getting into conditions where it needs that extra grip back there. Is it worthy of the TRD off-road name, though? I think it all depends on how you use this off-road. If you expect this to be a baby 4Runner, it is not that. It's more suited to being a rally vehicle than anything. It's a great blend between tarmac and dirt roads. Heavy off-road stuff, not so much a thing, but I don't know. Overall, I like it. It's just weird, and there's nothing wrong with that.
If you guys have never seen one of my car reviews before, I have multiple categories to rate and assess vehicles. And because this was an off-road review, it gets the meatball score. I'll explain that in a minute. Anyway, starting with the bean score, it is a rating of 1 to 5 beans based on the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. And this 2020 TRD Off-Road Rav4 gets a rating of 0.75 beans. It sounds like it would be fast, especially in the upper RPM, but I wish they offered the hybrid drivetrain in the TRD Off-Road. It just needs more power. Or if they took the 3-cylinder turbo from the Yaris GR offered overseas and stuck that in this thing, that would be exciting. Next is the meatball score. It is an assessment of 1 to 5 meatballs based on a vehicle's ability to tackle obstacles off-road that may or may not look like round balls of meat. Take it away, future Sarah. 1.5 meatballs. Lots of credit due in the traction department. All the terrain select modes do a great job. These tires are great. However, it is lacking in the suspension department. A little bit more ground clearance, a little bit more aggressive of a strut on here, and I think it would do all right for a crossover with an off-road package. Next is the cookie score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 cookies based on what you get for what you spend. It's the assessment of value. And even though this thing is over 40 grand, I am giving it 3 cookies. Reason being is this thing is packed full of features. That's heated and cooled seats and a heated steering wheel and all the off-road capabilities. So it's kind of weird because it's a RAV4 and you're like, oh my God, it's over 40 grand for a RAV4. But there's so much packed into this thing. So it is getting an above average score. And last up is the Penguin score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 penguins based on how much I personally like a vehicle. And the TRD Off-Road Edition of the RAV4 is getting a rating of 3 penguins. Hear me out. The reason why it's getting 3 is because this is normally an appliance and they made a performance version of it. And I am all about weird versions of vehicles that normally shouldn't have weird versions. So that's a weird way of explaining it. But it's different. And I like that. And it's got a cool color. It's packed full of features, but it needs more power. But still, I'm a fan. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this review and I will see you soon with another. Bye.
Oh my God. Holy crap. There's helicopters flying right over my house. Like right over it. Doing some low flying sorties. I see. Jeez.